is Bronwen LLOYD, and I'm going to tell you why a vote for me is a voice for you. I'm currently 15 years old in Year 11 and I represent Ysgol Gymraeg Bro Morgannwg, which is my Welsh secondary school in Barry. I've been on my school council for 3 years, my school cabinet for 3 years, making me the female representative for my year. I've been a member of the Vale Youth Forum since January this year, and I've recently been elected onto the Vale Youth Cabinet. I am definitely a committed member of every one of these groups, and if I am elected, I will be equally dedicated as your next youth mayor. I want to be your youth mayor because, in my opinion, there is an evident need for more young people to be invested and interested in their local government. It is vital that as young people we partake in government and politics, because if we're not going to make a difference for our futures, then who else will? And I understand, however, there is a problem in your local area, it's difficult to know exactly who to contact. And so, I promise, if I am elected, I will create an email specifically for you to voice your concerns and requests directly to me, because the way I see it, every issue is valid and deserves to be heard. Public speaking is a crucial part of local government, and I consider myself to have the key public speaking skills to be able to confidently stand up and voice the opinions of the thousands of young people across the Vale of Glamorgan. It is fundamental that we share our views with adults and authorities, and I believe that I can be the united voice to do so. In addition to this, during January this year, I spent my work experience week at the European Union in Brussels, Belgium, where I shadowed MEP Jill Evans. This was an incredible experience and insight into government at a much larger scale. Yet, it reminded me that no matter how small a change is in your local government, everything affects the big picture. And so, my pledge to you is to increase the life skills, sex education and political education being taught at schools across the Vale of Glamorgan. I understand that as young people, it is so important for us to be ready for whichever path we choose to take. So whether you're going to sixth form, college, university or into the world of work, it is vital for you to feel prepared and confident to begin your adult life. I know it can be scary, but that's why schools must equip us with this necessary information, and that's why I promise to get these skills properly taught at our schools. Thank you for listening, and remember, a vote for me is a voice for you.
For too long now, young people in the Vale of Glamorgan have remained voiceless, overlooked and ignored by major decision makers who make the wrong decisions on our today and our future. This is because they do not know what's best for us as young people. Only we know what is best for us as young people. In the Vale of Glamorgan, I want young people to have a voice and have a say in local democracy. So why not shatter the silence? Why not have your say? Why not vote Daniel Marshall? I want to make a difference for young people if elected. I want to see network connection speeds increased in the Vale of Glamorgan to match the UK average. I believe that this goal is 100% achievable. I will not make fake promises, I will not lie, but I will fight tirelessly to reach and achieve my goal. I passionately believe that young people in the Vale of Glamorgan should be able to express their points of view that will inevitably help improve our county and community. I believe that young people's voices should be heard by decision makers in our council and county, as many of the decisions that they make will affect us as young people. I am eager to also improve the Vale of Glamorgan for everybody, and I'm driven to making sure that we improve all our local areas and schools, enabling young people to thrive in the Vale of Glamorgan. I believe that young people in the Vale of Glamorgan don't just need a voice, they need someone to listen to their views attentively. This is what I will do if elected. I want to represent your views to the best of my ability, and it is a vital priority for me to make sure that your opinions are voiced and to make sure that no one is left behind or ignored. I will represent every single one of your views, fighting to make our home and our community a better place for you and for me. So let's stand united as one. Let's make sure our voices are heard and our opinions answered to by decision makers. If you want this, why not vote Daniel Marshall?
Hi, I'm RHYS and I'm one of your candidates for Youth Mayor in the Vale of Glamorgan. This means that if you vote for me, I'll be the elected voice for young people across the Vale. But why vote for me? What can I do for you? And why am I the best candidate? First, a little about myself. I'm 13 years old, I go to Barry Comprehensive School, and I've been on the Vale Youth Cabinet for a year. I've also been on the Vale Youth Forum for 3 years. Over this time I've shown my commitment and dedication by achieving over 100 hours of volunteering. In the Youth Cabinet we've achieved a lot. I've had my hand in designing a survey for school transport across the Vale. We are now creating a report that we will present to the Vale of Glamorgan councillors, where we will then aim to improve transport as much as we can, especially in rural towns such as Cowbridge and Lanswick, where the majority of students take school transport. I am a RHYS ambassador. I deliver workshops to children, young people and professionals across the Vale about the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. To be able to gain the knowledge to deliver these workshops, I had to complete an Agorad Cymru unit. I'm a young person who sits on the Children and Young People's Partnership Board. The Children and Young People's Partnership Board provides services to young people across the Vale, and it's important that young people have a voice on this panel. I've also been able to improve the 5x60 sports programme rota. You are now able to have a wider range of sports, regardless of your gender. As Youth Mayor, there are several things that I wish to achieve. One of these things is to ensure that mental health services are more accessible for young people. I know that this is a big issue, as it has been brought up in the UK Youth Parliament several times and is on their Make Their Mark surveys. I'd like to meet with professionals in the Vale to push out curriculum that will prepare us for life throughout all schools. This will include learning about loans and mortgages and paying taxes, but also about elections and politics. I know that a lot of young people, including myself, need to learn more about these topics. As Youth Mayor, I'd like to improve as many youth facilities as I can and make as big an impact on your lives as possible. I may not be able to get all this done in a year, but you can bet that I'll try. I'll be able to plant the seeds to a tree of well-being for young people. If you want to sit here next year and think that the guy I voted for last year made such an influence on young people in the Vale, then vote for me, RHYS. Thank you for listening.